What's up, everybody? It's Black Admiral from the Legion Kraków and the team Poland of Armada for you today. Well, as usual, generally. So today I would like to speak about some new things that we know about Armada, about the future of this game. Mostly, of course, in regards of the competitive play, because this is what we're trying to focus on. In the meantime, I didn't provide just much content on this channel in between, let's say, because, there are many other podcast people all around the internet providing some reviews about the recent Clone Wars release and unboxings, etc. And as I said, we are just trying to focus on the competitive play, which recently is, of course, in coma, let's say. So there was not much to talk about in the meantime. I just provided some small content for my local Polish scene in Polish language. So today we're back with the international content for you. So let's say this is something new. There is a reason for that. That's because recently AMG finally said something about the future of Armada and basically the other Star Wars games that they just took over from the FFG. So this is what I would like to focus on today. So here you can see, actually you can hear, because there is no video content this time, as I believe I mentioned on one of the previous podcasts, is that it will be, if that wouldn't be necessary, I will not provide the video content. It's, much more time consuming whenever there is not much to show to you, like, any, like, for example, pictures and lists, anything like this. Then it's not necessary to show up my face, I think, and those other things. Therefore, there will be, it will be mix of it on this channel. So you will have the video content, you will have the audio content. Depends on what we'll be discussing. This time, as usual, I'm all alone here. However, I would like to see some guests finally on this podcast. In the nearest future, we'll see. I will try to provide some interesting content. Just please look forward to that. Hopefully this time the gap between the releases of the new materials will be smaller. So smaller than it was recently. So as I said, right now we have new announcement connected with OP. So I will definitely would like to say something about that. Therefore, we can go through that. It will be short material. I mean, I don't know what to consider as a short material. However, in comparison to the previous ones, it will be much shorter. So, finally, AMG announced something, at least, about our games. They generally, I would say, they mentioned, of course, speaking of Armada, I will not be, sparing my time here to discuss the other games, although I'm also playing them, those games, and I believe many of you are as well playing not only Armada but also the Legion and X-Wing. I would like to speak about Armada, of course. So yes, so they said few things that I can point out from what they've been saying on the stream that they provided on this material they provided last week. So first of all, what we can expect from them in the nearest future. First of all, they just released, they just shown us some, let's say, some leaks from the upcoming Wave 2 of Clone Wars, so Wave 10 of Armada in general. They just shown us some cards. I will not be analyzing them right now, because I would like to do the separate video whenever we'll have all those announcements, all the cards released, and after we'll just know a bit more what we can expect from Wave 2 of the Clone Wars. I will just mention one thing. we at least know that the carrier, the Providence carrier, will not have a slot for flight controllers, which is I believe pretty maybe not important, but Invisible Hand title was burning our imagination recently. Well, we at least know that the carrier version, so possibly the one with biggest squadron value, will not have that slot. The other one has, but possibly, I believe it's Dreadnought. It's called Dreadnought, but it will have, I believe, less squadrons to activate. So the smaller squadron value, like 2 or 3 possibly. So yeah, that's pretty fine. Okay, so as I said, that was the first part. The second part, they said, I believe it's a bit connected to the competitive play. What I mean by that is that they mentioned something about focusing on a hobby side of all those games, even the X-Wing and Armada, because they appreciate the fact that people are just customizing their fleets, doing the repaints, some modifications, etc. So they just definitely, appreciate that. And interesting thing is that they mentioned they will be focusing, for example, on repainting the ships. They will be, they will give some appreciation to that, as I mentioned. So I believe their painters will be doing that as well. And if I understood properly, they are also considering releasing the versions of the ships also for Armada, as I said, if I understood properly. Maybe they are just speculating at this point, but maybe they are just considering it. That's what they said, that possibly we'll have some unpainted ships. If so, then it would be interesting, but how it's connected to the competitive play, to the organized play, this is what I mean. So if you will take a look at here goes what I mean. If you'll take a look at the Legion, for example, I mean, maybe not for example, because actually this is the most hobbyist of their hobby games. So definitely that's a good example. They are putting some kind of the prizes, putting into the kits some kind of a prizes for the best painted army, something like this. So possibly we'll have something like this in Armada, for example. Like, for example, we'll see a best painted fleet, and there's some kind of a reward for that. I don't know, it's only a speculation, but it might happen at some point. So who knows? I believe it's possible. If it's like this for Legion, I mean, of course, it was under the FFG, but I believe they will just continue this trend this way. So possibly they will also introduce it to those remaining 2 games, which will be more. They will just focus a bit more on the hobby aspect of those games. So possibly Armada as well. Would be nice to see that. Why not? It's always good. So this is the second thing. The third thing is what they actually said about the real competitive play, real organized play. So this is what we've been waiting for some time, since they just announced that they are taking over those games from FFG, and there will be actually some kind of organized play. So this is what we've been expecting to hear from them. And they right after this. After the day after this stream, after this video material, they just provided some kind of the annotation, some kind of article on the FFG side, on their side as well, I believe, just regarding the OP, what we can expect for the nearest future. So first of all, what's the most important from it? I believe it's something that we were we were expecting that, but it's just a confirmation that there will be no worlds this year. So There will be no World Championship 2021, but they're actually planning to do so the next year. So 2K22, we can expect World Championship, and additionally they mentioned that the invites, which is pretty intuitional, I would say. Of course, they could have done, they could have done the otherwise, said like, okay, that was the FFG, screw that, we have the new system, for example. But no, it seems that they are respecting it. They will stick to that in the future. So the invites are just valid. Of course, the invites for the words that didn't happen like previous year, so 2020. Of course, those invites are valid for the next year's World Championship, which is generally good. Of course, it's nothing sensational, I would say. It's like reasonable decision. They are just doing that they would like to continue the trend that was like actual till now. So that was just under the FFG, I would say. So it's good to hear that. It's just a confirmation. We appreciate that. Next thing is what they've mentioned is that they will focus more on an in-store play, whatever that means, because I must admit I'm a bit disappointed with the note that they released after the stream, because generally they said everything on this stream, and then the next day there was nothing new said, nothing new told by them. So it's just some kind of disappointment for me. I was just looking forward to hear more about that in-store play. What would that mean if there will be any new format of the game? I believe they mentioned it on the stream that there will be something like this. So how it would look like for Armada, maybe a task force. We do not know that, but possibly the task force will be something that they will introduce. I'm not expecting the bigger events for this. I believe it will remain, as they are saying, in stores in your local gaming stores. So it's good to see that every similar activity is always good for the communities, for the local communities. But generally it's not something that would be, I believe, like game changing or anything like this. We'll see what that means. Maybe some new kits, new prizes, anything like this. Maybe some painting contests. We just look forward to that. Maybe, and that's the best thing coming out of this announcement, is that I believe they will bring back the store championships finally. I believe the X-Wing has the store championships last year, but Armada ain't got ones from 2018, I believe. So it would be nice to see that again, and hopefully it will be interesting. Maybe some new approach to this type of tournament would be presented by them. Also, it's always good to see the championship rank tournament. It's always drawing the attention of good players. It's worth their attention, I would say, even if it's like store championships, so the smallest one, so at the simple level. But yeah, definitely it's good to see that. I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully. Next thing they said, and this is the biggest thing actually in regards of those materials revealed by them recently, is what to expect for the end of 2021. I mean, maybe not for the end, but for the whole year. But of course, like right now, there is still no OP for like few months. It will remain the same. The world will be just getting back to normally, and those new announcements will show up, maybe new kits, etc. They just thrown some dates during this stream. I do not remember nothing specific, but the release date for the second wave of the Clone Wars Armada. So that would be mid-April, I believe. So in between, they are about to provide many content about Star Wars games, like twice a week, I think. So I'm not quite sure if it's not only about Legion, but possibly also Armada. I hope so. I'm looking forward to that. So it would be nice. It would be nice. Therefore, they will maybe provide some more updates, some more information in upcoming months, maybe weeks. We'll see about that. But they have announced something which is pretty optimistic, because they announced that rather at the end, definitely the second half of the year, but rather the end of the year, so I believe like the fourth quarter of the year, we can expect some tournaments that will be leading to the World Championship. What does it mean? Well, of course, nothing's certain. They ain't confirmed anything, but at this point, like analyzing those words, I would say that they are going to provide, I'm just assuming they are going to provide some kind of tournaments with invites for the upcoming 2022 Worlds. What does that mean? At least Prime or Regional, whatever they will call it, Prime Season, or possibly even Grands. Although, because, I just do not think they will introduce invites for the Store Championships. Of course, if they will happen, because it's not certain. I'm just speculating, but definitely those types of events are potentially going to happen this year, of course, depending on the country, on the situation there. So it will be possibly they will just produce the kits. If someone will be able to do that, to organize it, then you will be able to just purchase the kit and organize such tournament. Would be great. It would be great. Of course, I'm hoping for Grands. Prime Championships are of course great, but I'm hoping for Grands. What they mentioned actually is that there will be some larger events. So I'm not treating, I don't know what they mean by that, but I don't treat Store Championship and even the Prime Championship or Regional, whatever you will call it, I don't consider as a larger event. Okay, maybe regionals are a larger event, but I hope it will be larger than regionals. So at least those Grands. I wouldn't expect anything else, anything more than that for sure. I would say there will be no continental championships. This type of championship, I believe, will return when they will be standing on a stable foot, stable ground, because this is some kind of additional event. It's not like obligatory, I would say. The most important ones, I mean, of course, it's better to win the continental championship because it's bigger than the Grand Championship. But it's a bit different, because the Grands are one of the most important ones here, because it's like for the whole nation, particular nation, of course, and the Europeans and continental, so Europeans and Northern American ones, they are, I believe, just some addition. But maybe, definitely, I would say not this year, possibly, because this is literally when it comes to organize such event, it's almost like Worlds. So just a smaller attendance, I would say, but who knows, maybe not even that. So definitely this is something that most likely will just not happen this year. So I would say that possibly they will just produce the kits for the Grand Championship. I'm hoping so. I hope so. I don't know if it will be like that, but definitely, as I said, we can expect something that could be providing invites, because that's actually, I think, what they said, reading it literally. So hopefully we'll see. Generally, as I mentioned at the beginning, there is not much, there are not many new things from them, but what's important, I would say, is that, before nothing was certain. They just said that, okay, we'll continue OP, it will be similar to FFG, but no concretes. Now we at least knew some things that, of course, were pretty intuitional. Like, for example, they will continue the words, yeah? It would be like, it would suck, it sucks completely if they would say, like, okay, this this time. I mean, maybe not even this time, but yeah, we're taking over, and there will be no OP. You can sit at home and play because this is a hobby game. So well, that's not the case. I believe they knew that this is a pretty successful form of of those hobby Star Wars miniature games. So it's really successful thing, that the organized play and the way it exists. Of course, FFG had some delays, etc. There were troubles, but generally the idea of it is great. And most of those, this is just great. This is the real soul of the game, of the community. So they could have not removed it. It's just like it was certain that they will provide it. I mean, but there were people impatient about that. They were wondering whether it will be like that. So at least they have the confirmation. As I said, I was hoping for it to remain in a similar way to the FFG, and it seems they confirmed there will be invites, etc. So the structure, the ranks of those tournaments. So the tournaments where you can win the invites for the worlds. So I believe they will keep it that way. So good to see that. And well, hopefully it will be even better than under FFG, possibly. So I hope so. I will look forward to that, definitely. So it's good that they confirmed it. There is nothing to worry about. There will be still OP. It will be even this year. At least some kind of concrete tournaments will happen, even if it would be like only a prime championship season. It would be great, really. That would be something. We want to see that. And if there will be a grand championship or national, whatever they will call it, it would be like great, because it gives you the opportunity to visit the different country as well, to play in more than just one. So I'm excited, but I just hope it's I hope that that the situation worldwide will be better with each upcoming day. So well, let's keep our thumbs up, and what I actually mean is that well, let's hope that it will be great. So yeah, that's the case. I'm just smiling right now, guys, because I just imagined what could happen whenever everything is going to be back to normality. Well, looking forward to that. So generally that's all. So far there are no tournaments, so only some kind of vassal or tabletop simulator activities. So there is not much to analyze. I can just say that there is ongoing Vassal World Cup. I believe you can find all the lists. I don't know if it's still on Steel Strategy, but I believe so. So if you're interested to see what the good players are running, because there are many players, pretty talented players there, and already awarded players, I would say. So a good level of this tournament. You can check what they are running. I'm not much into that because I'm not a fan of Vassal or tabletop simulator. It's just some kind of substitute, but definitely this is the only way of playing some concrete tournaments right now. So it's good to see what might be in meta right now. Definitely this is the tournament where people were taking strong lists, and it's good to check what do they have. The other tournament that happened recently was the Vassal Clone Wars tournament. That was the one where the only Clone Wars factions were allowed. So the Republican Separatists, not much of it. I wasn't tracking it that much. I just know the results. I mean, I know that few good players were participating there, like JJ, Sam Simon, I believe, the guys from Germany as well. Generally, there were some good players there, and interesting one. I know the top two lists. I mean, in a shortcut, the second place was taken it's been taken by the JJ himself. So a nice one. He was running Republic with 2 Acclamators, swarm of Y-Wings, Plo Koon, Anakin, I believe, and possibly the unique Torrents. I don't know, but generally, yeah, 2 heavy carriers. I believe the lifeboat, the Corvette, not the Corvette, sorry, the Consular for the Admiral, I believe, for the commander. It was Bale, actually, I think. And his opponent had, I don't know which commander, I think Dooku, but I'm not 100% sure. And that was the winner, the first place. I don't know the guy who did it, who achieved this victory, because well, the players there are just playing with the Knicks, I think. So I don't know if it's already one of those great players that were participating. But well, I appreciate a lot of his performance, because well, very interesting list. 4 munificents, as I said, on Dooku most likely, with Link Turbo Laser Towers, you know, some additions like, I don't know the titles possibly, but the cluster bombs. So, you know, the red flag with the red anti-fighter attack with reroll and cluster bombs. Well, it can be competitive even if it has if it ain't got any squadrons. That was squadless list, and he won, similar to the victory lists. I mean, the VSD lists that were popular like a few years ago, whenever the Armada was just, you know, startup. So interesting to see that. And generally, as I said, it seems that there are some good opportunities for those new factions to play. I don't know if that list would be good in the meta, like in general, against rebels and Imperials. I think no. I think not. But, you know, well, he just he did it. He won the tournament, so it's good, at least against those SEPs and Republic lists. Well, very nice one. So yeah, that was it. Not much more to say in regards of the recent events. As I said, if you want to track the Vassal World Cup, just you can check it, you can dig it all around the internet. I have no idea what they are playing there. I just need to check it. But well, first of all, as we all know, we are waiting for the real Armada to be back, and well, that's a great thing. So well, I'm looking forward to see you guys near to the table again, see your faces. Although you will not see mine, because maybe the next content will be also audio. I don't know, guys. Let's see. I will try to figure out something interesting. Possibly I will just make a material after we'll I believe I mentioned that after all those news about the Wave 2 of Clone Wars will be released, like all the cards, I will just analyze it. I will just discuss, maybe I will discuss it with some guests. Who knows. So yeah, thank you for watching this, for listening this rather, and well, of course, please subscribe here on the YouTube, also the Facebook page, Legion Krakow, and also the Instagram. So we will try to provide as much content as we can. So hopefully see you or hear you soon in the nearest future, guys. So enjoy, and well, look forward to that. Have a great day.